Hey, welcome back to the internet. It's been a pretty long day today, so I think it's time to just chill out and read some stories. Clients keep saying I'm telling the wrong appointment times, so I'm going to make sure they hear correctly. So I recently started to work at a new vet hospital as a receptionist, and every day part of my job is to make appointment reminder calls for the appointments the next day. Occasionally people will actually pick up, but most of the time I end up having to leave a voicemail. I basically have a transcript memorized because I say it the same way every time. Hi, this is me from Vet Hospital. I'm calling to remind you that your pet has an appointment at this time tomorrow. Please don't feed any food before an appointment if you have to have blood work done. Call us back at clinic number if you have any questions, otherwise we'll see you tomorrow at appointment time again. When people don't answer the phone, I leave a note, left message on machine, and then my initials. Well, for the past few weeks, people have been missing their appointment times pretty frequently. It's the first week of school here, and the people that thought they'd have time don't, and our schedules are changing like crazy with cancellations and calls. But instead of telling the truth or just admitting that they didn't know what time the appointment was, and didn't listen to the voicemail, they tell the check-in desk that I must have told them the wrong time. So when I come into work today, I get chewed out. Apparently, a guy who had made an appointment at 10:20 showed up at 11:20, telling them that I told them the wrong time. I made a note of the appointment that said I left him a message, which I would only do if I left a message. I know it's revolutionary thinking here. And he tried to say I spoke to him over the phone and told him a time, which is obviously BS. So my boss suggests that I state the appointment time twice in the messages, which I pointed out I already do. Then she says, well, maybe you should slow down. Okay, fine. So today when I did my calls, I made sure to record myself on every single call, considering the state I live in is a single-party consent state, meaning only one person being recorded needs to have the consent to record, that person being me. Stating that exact message I typed, in about half speed. But this time, I made sure to state the appointment time twice, each time I had originally said the appointment time. So now, my voicemails are about 2 minutes long instead of the original 30-second messages. The few people I've spoken with seemed irritated that they were on the phone so long, but they know their friggin' appointment time now, or else they'd better. Or I'd be happy to show my boss the recordings the next time someone tries to blame me for giving the wrong appointment time. It's a shame the story had to end there. I was hoping for it to be shoved into somebody's face. A tale from tech support. So browsing through the ticket queue this morning and came across a fun-looking one that I just had to pull. IT, I need help. Hello IT, this is user at branch and my laptop needs repair. It just suddenly separated from itself. I have included a picture, please advise. P.S. The laptop is really hot. The picture she produced was a laptop that had the top part, where the keyboard was, separated from the bottom part. I think to myself, that's interesting. Oh no. Yeah, that's thermal expansion of the battery. I call her up, no answer. Call her cell number, no answer. I call her boss. The boss says, it's a wonderful day at the company, this is boss, how may I assist you? I say, hello, this is me with the support team. A user contacted us about a laptop issue. Says, yes, she is currently with a client, I will have her call you right back. She hangs up and I call back. This is boss. Yes, this is me again. It's an emergency and I need to speak with her immediately. She's with a client, I will. I say, the pictures she sent us is of thermal expansion of the battery and is in danger of catching fire. Look, she's with a client and her laptop can catch fire. I'm not joking. It is vital her computer be turned off this very instant and unplugged. I highly doubt that. I say, okay, well, I give you the warning. If the battery does blow out, I will point to this recorded phone call when HR has questions. You're serious? Yes. I wanted to say, dahoy. The boss shouting out her door. User, I have IT on the phone. I need you in my office now. She puts me on speakerphone. Tell her what you told me. I say, that picture you sent was of something called thermal expansion of the battery. You said the laptop was hot, right? Yes. Your battery has expanded and is in danger of blowing out. If this happens while you were using it, it can lead to severe burns on your hands. Lithium fires are no joke. Says, okay, I will go ahead and shut it down when I'm done with this client. I say to myself, do the words laptop fire carry no sense of urgency with these people? I unmute it. I do not believe that it can wait that long. This is kind of a do or die situation, and that may not be a figure of speech given the circumstances. Says, okay, I will go ahead and unplug it and finish this loan on another computer. I submit a ticket to purchasing for warranty and replacement and pull the call log. I submit the ticket numbers for mine, purchasing, and the call log to my boss, letting him know the situation. I CC'd his boss and the CIO. I made sure they knew I did my job and that the user may decide to ignore me. Spoiler alert, she ignored me. 2 hours later, I'm notified that an investigation has been opened regarding my mishandling of their repair process, and that disciplinary action may be handed down. I forwarded that email to my boss, who responds with the notes, call logs, and ticket numbers. 5 minutes later, the name of the investigation is changed to the manager's name. She continued to use it, and it caught fire. Yes, I have pictures. No, I will not share. I just want to know how a laptop is still functional when it's completely blown out like that. What makes you think that's a good idea to just keep using it at that point? Petty revenge on a difficult table from TalesFromYourServer. So about 3 years ago, I was working at a Tex-Mex chain restaurant. My coworker had a walk-in party of 12, and they immediately were being as difficult as possible. They were ordering over each other and were snapping and waving to get her attention. Just overall rude stuff. Water with 2 lemons, splash of club soda. I need fresh chips, no salt. Can I get hot water to soak my silverware? Etc. Well, they were running my coworker ragged, and we were helping as much as we could. They would talk crap about them as soon as they walked away. I heard one of them say that they don't tip, and that's when I was really upset. The bartender and I were over it. The bartender pointed out to me that all 4 of our handicap spaces were full of cars that belonged to people without tags. He said, "It would be a shame if someone were to call and report that they were parked illegally." I nodded and went out to the parking lot. I called the non-emergency line and let them know there were people parked in our handicap spaces without handicap tags, and they said they'd send someone out. 20 minutes later, a cop was at the restaurant writing down plate numbers and processing tickets. I'm standing a section or 2 away, and I hear one of the guys yell, "Oh crap!" Almost the entire table gets up and runs outside to try to get the officer to stop. They all came back inside and sat quietly and embarrassed. We never told the server what we did, but me and the bartender know. Yeah, it's pretty convenient when the people who are being jerks are also the ones who do illegal stuff that you can bust them for. Now we have, "You don't need your eyes, you already have glasses." So yes, the title isn't lying to you. This happened to one of my friends. I don't remember much, but I'll try to summarize it. So I was with my friend, who I will refer to as F. We were at the commercial center, in an optics center, searching for a new pair of glasses. Then we started hearing stomps and a shaky lemonade, followed by an entitled roar. Enter the entitled mom. "Excuse me, I heard that you were selling this new pair of glasses. I won't let you sell those. My little angel needs a new pair of those." The optics employee says, "Ma'am, I can sell you this model. It's pretty similar and it has a reasonable price." "No, I don't want your crappy off-brand glasses. I want their glasses." At this point, my friend and I were in a corner, talking about how mad this woman was. I don't know if she heard us, but then, deep of her throat, these words came, "You, give me your glasses. I need those." My friend says, "What? No." I say, "Ma'am, please go away." "How dare you talk to me in that way?" "Please calm down." "Shut up, and now, give me your glasses." The employee says, "Ma'am, please stop harassing those children." "No, they don't need those." "Of course we need our glasses. We can't see without them." "But you already have your eyes. You're able to see perfectly without them." I say, "No, that's not true. We need our glasses." "You liar. You already have your glasses to see. Then you don't need your eyes." And then we left. Honestly, I don't know why we didn't run out of there when we had the chance. Moral of the story, if you can't get a new pair of glasses, try to harass some children with removing their eyes from their faces. I mean, I don't see any problem with the logic. I mean, you either need eyes or glasses. I mean, why would you need both? Alright, let's move on to one more big story. Entitled mom let her 3-year-old kid in the pool and gets mad at me, the lifeguard. So, during summer holidays, I work as a lifeguard in a swimming pool. This story is not from this summer, but the year before. I worked in the only pool of a small town. But as this was the only big pool for around 30 kilometers, we had lots of people. We reached 1,000 entries in a single day once. There was 4 different basins in the pool. The regular 25-meter swimming lanes, a smaller one, 15 meters, a more shallow basin for the kids to play, and a really shallow one for toddlers. We also have a separate area with jacuzzis, sauna, and hammam, where children were not permitted entry. So the story. As I was on my chair, I scanned the area, and I saw this young woman with her child, no more than 3 years old. She had the typical, "I dropped out of college to care for my son, and I am more important than you" look. I did not really care at the time. For me, she was just a regular client amongst the nameless mass. But a few moments later, she walked past me to the spa area, alone. I start to look around and saw the kid, wandering aimlessly just next to the water, starting to run around, looking for his mother. That cannot be good, I thought. I went to talk to the kid, when, after running around, the kid fell in the deep pool. I instantly grabbed the lifeguard tube we used to get people out of the water, and carried him safely on a chair so he could get dried. Mind you, quite a lot of people were massing around us, including one of my colleagues, whom I asked to bring the lady. Enter the entitled mom. As soon as she sees her kid sitting on a chair, she rushes to him, and slapped him dead hard across the face. Needless to say, everyone was shocked. I grabbed her and pushed her away, and tried to talk to her. The conversation went like this. I said, "What are you doing? Why are you slapping him? Are you crazy?" She says, he's a little disobedient turd. I told him not to. I was completely puzzled. Not to do what? She says, go in the water, dummy. He doesn't know how to swim. Why the F would he go in the water? I told him to wait for me. At this moment, I started to get angry. Unlike most people I see posting here, I do not mind confrontation at all. I basically told her that what she did was completely stupid and irrational, and that one must be an idiot to expect a 3-year-old to obey like that. I'm pretty sure I said it in a more professional term, but you get it. She then proceeded to turn the fault to me. Also, why didn't you prevent him from getting in the water? Are you even a real lifeguard? You should be watching over him. I pointed at the pool and told her, see all the people here? I can watch over him just like I can watch over hundreds of children I see each day. No more, no less. After that, she gets out of the pool, screaming and shouting insults at me and my colleagues. I told my boss about it, and the pool is now closed to her. No dramatic ending. Oh yeah, and the kid turned out fine. He had the time to drink a bit of water, but none of it went the wrong way, so it was fine. Man, what kind of 3-year-old can't follow simple instructions? What are they, a toddler? Alright, now it's time to finish this off with the question of the day, which is, people with thin walls, what have you heard in your apartment? Now, I know what kind of responses you're expecting from a question like this, so I've gone ahead and cut all of those ones out, and we've only got more interesting ones. I can hear when my neighbors vacuum. Our building tends to vacuum together as a result. I hear my upstairs neighbor and go, oh hey, I should vacuum. Haven't done that in a while, and it's already noisy. Then my downstairs neighbor and my left-hand neighbor start vacuuming. It's kinda hilarious. My right-hand neighbor doesn't vacuum with us, but does sing opera while doing dishes. Man, this sounds like a really noisy place. I once heard a former roommate laughing with his then-girlfriend about how they'd be effing me over on money. Turned out that they were taking my utility portion and buying various games and alcohol. Instead of confronting them, I confirmed what they said with the utilities company. They hadn't paid the bill in 2 months. And I moved all of my stuff out that day, while they were at work. For good measure, I took myself off the lease and told them about the girlfriend that had been there 6 months. You know, I'm honestly pretty impressed when people can just sneak out of the house, not just, walking out, but moving out in just a few hours. Maybe I'll do that one day. Years ago, I had an upstairs neighbor. At 2 a.m. every night, I would hear something sprint across the entire apartment. I realized 3 things. It was very fast, it took small strides, and it never deviated from its path. One day, I saw my neighbor outside and I said, I don't know how you have any energy at 2 a.m. He responded with, dude, I've been working the midnight to 8 a.m. shift for 15 years. Doesn't bother me at all. That night, I watched him leave his house, drive off, and waited for 2 hours. At exactly 2 a.m., I heard what sounded like 2 feet hit the floor in his bedroom, and the marathon started. A few weeks later, I see him outside. I tell him what I hear at night, and he says, that's strange. No one has my keys. It's just me and my rabbit up there. This story is either very creepy or just kind of funny. I actually manage an apartment complex where my office is surrounded by a 1-bedroom unit. The building is old and the walls are thin. The tenant that used to live in the unit was a quiet man but would frequently sing beautiful opera music. His voice was amazing and I loved it every time I heard him sing. Then one time I saw him in the halls and made the mistake of asking if he was the one who sang those beautiful opera songs. His face turned red, but he confirmed that it was him. I told him that I always enjoyed it when I heard him sing and that it would always brighten my day. Never should have said anything because I never heard him sing again. I don't understand how people who live in these apartment buildings don't think that the people around them can actually hear them. My upstairs neighbors takes turns zapping each other with a stun gun, hitting the floor, groaning in pain, and then laughing like Beavis and Butthead. Oh boy, hey, maybe you should go knock on their door, see if you can join the party. An argument about money while I was doing the dishes. It ended with a slammed door and one of them on a piano, hitting the keys like a maniac. Some people read, some people go get something to eat, some people exercise. This weirdo relieves stress by going crazy on a piano. Hold on, let me picture what this looks like. Yeah, I think a drum set's actually better for that. More of what my neighbor heard. So I'm a deep sleeper, and was an even deeper sleeper as a teenager. My phone alarm was going off for 30 minutes, and my neighbors could hear it through the walls. Assumed it was a burglar alarm and called the police. Waking up to the police banging on my door was confusing. Stories like these are why I hope I never live in an apartment. Like I said on my Ask Me Anything video, I've very only exclusively looked for renting parts of a house, because I have a drum set and all these loud instruments over here. I also just feel like living in an apartment feels so confined and you just have no privacy and it's way too invasive. Anyways, hopefully I didn't seem too boring in this video. Sometimes I'm just not even really in the mood to make a video, but I'm just well, I've already pulled the stories, I'm already halfway there, I might as well just get it all done. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better video, so thanks for watching anyway.